And hello to all my Leo friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I will be doing your free Psychic Tarot reading for August of 2021. Now, they have dialed in a four-corner spread for you today. That is a spread that looks at the four main areas that people ask about in tarot, such as your love, your finances, your work, and your health. We're going to look at each of those and maybe take a deeper dive into one or two of them, depending on what the cards show. Now, we are doing no extras at the end of this video. The reason that happens is usually when they want me to focus very hard on the core spread, and that usually means that there's a lot of good information in here that we have to devote all the time and energy to. So I'm excited. I hope you are as well. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time, and now I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button and build up the energy in here. You guys did a pretty good job of that last month, Leo. I think you're right in the middle of the pack. There we go. So now what I'm doing are my ritual cuts. It basically cuts the deck into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a separate order, and then they're ready to run. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. And it's the same procedure as if you were here getting a private reading. Pretty much everything I do with tarot is through this way. So here we go with four corners, Leo. Okay, let's see how many inverted I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about half. So we're good to run this as it is. It's good to go. I think everything is in view. I do need one more card. I need a Oracle Angel card right here. And let's do it. Time to get to work. Leo, Leo. You guys were my last reading of the month. They put you off toward the end, I think, because they weren't sure what kind of spread we were going to do for you. So it was kind of like a game time decision. And I kept going through them and doing more signs. And I'm like, okay, which one are we doing for Leo? And did that. And they finally, like right now, right at the deadline here, have said we're doing four corners. So I guess they want me to address each of your corners. And the four corners is a good general reading spread because it touches a little bit of everything. I'm going to start, let's see. Love is your most complicated corner in August, so we're going to conclude there and wrap that up last. I'm going to start with health and just get it out of the way. They show a lot of you are coming out of a stagnation period where you just didn't do much. You just like stayed very immobile, perhaps, or just not active, something like that. You're coming out of it. So a lot of you have either started becoming more active, maybe doing some exercise type stuff, trying to improve your health. But it's still connected, so it shows that you're not really fully there yet. You're just maybe perhaps in the process of cleaning something up or starting something new and getting the freedom to move around again, or to just mobility in general. It could be mobility for, like if you've been rehabbing something, getting more movement in it. It basically shows movement and what's going on. So hopefully that's a freeing type thing where we get you to the point where you're fully free of this, whatever it was that was holding you down, because that's obviously not a good thing. But at the same time, I'd rather see that you're coming out of it than going into it. That's what they show. The other side of this, they also show a lot of you are coming out of a sickness that attaches to this. And for a lot of you, this could be mental as along with physical. It could be either one or both. It's showing that, mentally your health situation has really waned on you quite a bit. They show a very mental cerebral card, like crying or just emotionally sad. It's not really an emotional card, but just really, it's all in your head. So it's very much a limiting belief thing. You've kind of set limitations on yourself, or it's just been very hard, kind of weighing on your mind quite a bit. But again, they show you coming out of that. They show you getting free from that. So very good stuff there. So a lot of kind of mental health stuff that is changing for you in August. So continue to push that ahead. That's obviously a good thing to see. It's not good to see the binding to begin with, but like I said, at least you're coming out of it. So continue to push out of it and get yourself over the hump, because that's basically what it's all about, getting to the point where you can just kind of coast, cruise control with the rest. That's your health. Probably a good time to tell you this is a general reading too. We have a lot of Leos joining us here today. The bubble energy of Leo is going to be large, so this is a general reading. If you want messages specific to you, you need a private reading for that, and I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. Let's get into your work. Your work corner shows a lot of you have taken good authority over it. A lot of you, it shows that your love was kind of affecting your work, or maybe the two areas of your life in general, work and love. And love is not just your lover or relationship, but family and close friends too, pretty much anyone you love. It was affecting your work to the point where they bring up the heartbreak card. So it was just causing you either some kind of pain or sharp kind of mental funk, at the very least. But they show that you've taken good authority in controlling this, and it's probably more controlling the love corner so that work can be straightened out, basically not bringing your love to work with you. That's what a lot of you Leos are, that's what they're showing for a lot of you Leos. Try to be grounded, they kind of show you afloat right now in regards to work, so a lot of you may be transitioning to different things. Just be very cautious about that. With that heartbreak card up there, I don't know if it's the best time to make changes in work. I don't want to say don't do it at all, but just be very careful about it. Be very cautious. Don't do anything on the whim or too fast. Make sure it's all thought out and very processed in regards to work. As we get into your finances, they show a lot of hard work going on with finances, so a lot of you may be saving money. A lot of you may just be working hard to accumulate money. The other definition of the card is kind of like an apprenticeship. A lot of you may be learning something new in regards to money, learning new ways to budget, new ways to save, new things to invest in. All that kind of stuff comes up for there. Overall very positive. It's just state of the matter. They show a lot of you what you do spend money on is, for my relationship Leos, a lot of you spend money in the relationship. They show that you're nurturing the relationship. A lot of you may be spending money on it for a purpose. It could be, something like a vacation. You could be saving up for a ceremony or an event. Something like that occurs. Again, really no advice to say. It's just kind of describing what's going on. The very last thing that they say about your finances is they want you to make sure that you are very mature about it. They do show that you're being mature, but at the same time, there is always that chance when that card comes up that you're going to act a little childish, or you have the potential to act like a kid with your money, or just kind of spend too much or something like that. So just make sure, August, you are very mature with your money. Be careful what you spend it on. Just be very smart. Just be very smart and educated with your financial moves in August. As we move up here into your love corner, this is the big one. This is where we're going to spend most of our time. The very first thing that they show is the Devil card inverted. Thankfully, it's inverted. It shows that you're breaking free from something. A lot of you may be getting out of a relationship or something that did not work out well for you. If you are in some kind of toxic relationship, now may be the time to pull the trigger on that. If you're in a relationship or you are married, it may be a time to... this is why you have to put the context of the general reading together, because it's not specific to you. I'm trying to get messages to everybody. So if you're in a relationship or married, what they're trying to say here for you very well could be that it's a good month to spend a little bit of time apart, or maybe a little bit more time apart than usual. Time apart is good. It makes you miss each other. Too much time together, I don't care who it is. You put two people together, even best friends, for too long, like they're going to fight, they're going to argue, things are going to get rough. So that's what it would mean for you. It would mean, spending some time alone or separate. It doesn't mean that you necessarily are at a breakup point, but of course there are some Leos that are, and that's why I have to read it that way as well. If you're a single Leo, probably not the time to get attached. It's a detached month for love. So it's not a time to get attached, but it doesn't mean that it's not a bad month to date. I do have new beginning coming up for across the entire spectrum of Leo, like a new something. So, I mean, it could vary, but really it's kind of a new beginning, something physical. So this is not like an idea. This is not like an emotion. This is something like to the touch real that's coming in. Brand new, absolutely brand new. So that's why I say, you know, don't be hesitant to date or to do things like that if you're single. It doesn't mean don't pursue love. It basically means just it's not a good attachment month. It's not a month to get attached to somebody. We're really showing the breaking free from that. Now, any kind of chaos and conflict that you have going on for my Leos in the love corner, and this could also be family and close friends, pretty much anywhere where there's chaos and conflict, they're saying it's just because there's two people that are very different. This may not even be you. This may be something that you're observing, and that also falls through into your Leo reading because of that. But basically what we have is we have a couple people that are that have a situation that is in chaos or conflict, and they're showing that it's just two very different people here that are trying to make their ideas work, and it's very complicated to do that. In this oracle card, they present it chaos and conflict, so it's like they show a zebra with giraffe patterns, and then they show a giraffe with zebra stripes. So it's basically saying that we have two different people here, very different personalities, characteristics, and they're trying to make this work. And it doesn't mean that it can't work. It just means that it's challenging, and it takes work to make it work. The other thing that they show is that a lot of you have been way too kind of tunnel visioned in regards to love. You're way too confined. They kind of want you to spread out your energy a little bit. It's a weird way to put it because I have the Chariot here, and the Chariot is it's usually the advice with that usually is you're to spread out, and they want you to more kind of fine tune it into one thing energetically. But here they're saying you do too much of this already, this tunnel vision, all into one, all in thing, and they really want you to kind of spread apart. That goes back to the Devil card of the split, and what I was saying about, you know, it might be good time to spend a little time apart, spend some time by yourself, do things that you're into, you know, be a little selfish, do things that you're passionate about, and spend the time the way that you want to do, instead of always being together. And time apart is good, let's just say that. So overall, nothing bad in the love corner. It's just advice. It's describing different situations and what's going on. And hopefully you can find the context of what I'm referring to, because the context is key. The context is king, really, because if you don't know how to attach it, it's not going to make any sense to you. I do have a video on that if you're interested. Real quick, I need to talk about the moon cycles because that fits into a couple of these in many different ways. Now, we have the new moon, August the 8th. In August, that is when you want to attract or bring something new into your life that wasn't there before, kind of manifest it like magic, right? So the beginning of the month is the opportune time to do that. It doesn't mean you have to do it on the 8th, just any time toward the beginning of the month would make that flow much easier. Let's see, what's an example of bringing in something new? Bringing in more money, working on saving. I guess we have a lot more full moon examples than new moon examples here. But anyway, so that's the new moon, and the full moon is the adverse, the opposite of that, and that's getting anything out of your life that you don't want anymore. So that happens on August the 22nd. You don't have to do it on the 22nd. Anytime toward the end of the month, really good time to do that. If you're trying to get rid of this love split or whatever is going on there toward the end of the month, I would say at least make sure that you have attended to it by then. Don't procrastinate too much on it. Anything else you want to get out of your life, whether it's people, whether it's physical stuff, cleaning out a closet, emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, bad habits, any of that stuff, much better placed toward the end of the month. That way you can kind of set it up now so that when you get there, you can just kind of pull the trigger and go, and you're good. So that's the new moon and the full moon. And what I did is I put together a little cheat sheet for the full moon and new moon cycles, the moon cycles. And I'm giving that away absolutely free this month. And all you have to do to get that is just sign up for the newsletter. It's at the bottom of my website, scottsagent.com. You put in your email address and like your first name, and you send it off, and I send you back your moon cycle cheat sheet. And it's not just good for August, it's good through the end of the year. I have all of the different moon cycles and the best ways that you can utilize that to benefit your life. It's a really good resource and something you should absolutely take advantage of. So that's going to conclude our Four Corners reading. I know that was a lot, and especially on the love corner, I think I spent at least half of the time talking about your love, but that's the way it turns out sometimes. I would like to thank you for joining. Please subscribe. I do these videos every single month. That way you will see the new stuff, and I will see you guys in September.